let's start with this question. Who are the black Hebrew Israelites?
Well, according to the black Hebrew Israelites, you should call them the Hebrew Israelites.
Okay.
So drop the black. That's an inaccurate term in their mind because most of them believe that included in this group called the Hebrew Israelites are included who they call Issachar. That would be some people of Mexican descent, for example.
Okay.
Puerto Ricans, Native Americans, and so Cubans, Dominicans. So since there's others, they say, hey, we're not all black. But if you're black, you're probably part of Judah, and you are supposed to kind of be the flagship or lead the movement as part of Judah. So they don't like the black on the black Hebrew Israelites. If you're talking to them, just know that.
Okay.
So they think that they are the awakened sons of Israel. So literal physical descendants from Abraham. And here they are now. And the awakened part is that they've now come to realize their true heritage that's been stolen from them and they've forgotten due to sin and God's punishment on them. Now the movement is being awakened to this reality, and their job is not really to convert people. They don't believe in conversion. Their job is to gather the scattered, so other black Israelites that don't realize who they are, and to proclaim judgment against you Edomites.
So there's no way for a white person to be saved in their theology.
The so-called white man, whom we call Esau, that's how they would say it.
Okay.
They don't actually even say white. They'll often say so-called white man. They prefer Esau or Edom. So that's generally how they. So it depends on the camp. So a camp is kind of like a denomination, a little bit. But there's some groups, such as this group called GOCC, Gathering of Christ Church, who believe that you can be grafted in. And so they would point to Cornelius as a prime example, or Timothy as somebody who clearly seems to be not Jewish or not fully Jewish, a Gentile in Cornelius' case, but seems to be able to be grafted into the nation. But in their mind, you still always need to do it by clinging to an Israelite. And there's a passage in Zechariah they kind of go to where it talks about clinging to an Israelite, other nations clinging to an Israelite. So you kind of are under their authority and whatnot, but you can be grafted in, but you don't have full teaching authority, but you could go out, you could be sent perhaps under them. They're big on celebrating the Old Testament feasts, and they're actually, GOCC is probably the most prominent in producing Israelite rap music. So there's a whole section called Israelite music, sometimes spelled with a Z, or sometimes they call it truth music, and GOCC seems to be the most prominent in producing rappers as well.
What's it called again? The name of the
Gathering of Christ Church, GOCC.
The rap is called Truth.
They'll sometimes call it Truth. But just look up GOCC rap. That's probably the quickest way to, or maybe type in Israelite. If you do that, you'll find some examples of some rappers.
A lot of F words in those songs from some.
Gathering of Christ Church, from what I can tell, don't abide by all the swearing.
Okay.
So it's a kinder, gentler Hebrew Israelite type stuff. And I had a friend who is a Hebrew Israelite, said, look, I follow more of these brothers down there. They're righteous brothers. I'm not necessarily in the camp, but they're not like GMS, ISUPK, IUIC. Those are other camps and their acronyms. And when I looked into GOCC, it was true on whole. They seemed better. In fact, the way that the other camps mock GOCC is by calling them Christian. That's like one of the worst slurs. So these Christianized Israelites. Now, they're really not Christian, because it only took me 2 minutes of searching throughout their main video feed to see they deny the deity, the full deity of Jesus, and they deny Trinity.